Houston. Let's go! Look at those long legs fly.
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A
the
hard
show.
running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Hello, Houston. Just thought I'd drag that out a little bit for you. Oh, it's so nice to have you with us tonight. Special, special day. I'm Bob Tallman, Boyd Polhamus, Andy Seiler. Now, you need to understand something. We had a rodeo last night that was second to none. It was awesome. When it's all said and done, $2.5 million will be distributed amongst all of our top winning contestants. This is the biggest thing in town. It's the biggest regular season rodeo in the world. Let's kick it off.
Yeah, and if last night was any indication of what we're going to see tonight, then the guy that grabbed my attention was Trevor Rice to the bull riding. He had drawn a bull that bucked him off in Fort Madison, Iowa a year ago, but last night he got even. He rode the bull, won the round, and whenever Trevor rides a bull, he gets even with the barrel man. He loves to tackle the barrel man after a completed 8-second ride. I hope he gets to tackle John Harrison 3 times during this Super Series.
You could tell Boyd's a football fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's stick with the rough stock. I love Regan Smith. The long-haired kid from Iowa in round number 1 gave us a great ride, 84 points, and if he were to win this rodeo, this would be one of the biggest wins of his career, and we would love to see this young man at the National Finals Rodeo. He's never been there before, but this Iowa kid can ride. We just have to put all those great rides together in one season.
And when you see him, you'll know him because of that hair, no doubt about it. When you see this lady, you'll know her because of her knowledge and her charisma. Let's go down to the arena floor to Janie Johnson. Hi, Janie.
Hi, Boyd. It's been a minute. How you feeling? Lizzo is here and ready to perform coming up here on the star stage after the rodeo. But we talk so much here at Houston about our past world champions, our veteran competitors. But last night, especially in the women's event, the young up-and-comers made a statement. Barrel racer Jordan Driver is a past college champion. She came out here, clocked a 14:18, the fastest time we have seen so far in the barrel race, and won the barrel race last night by over half a second, which is an absolute landslide in the sport of barrel racing. And then in the breakaway roping, Summer Williams came out and clocked the fastest time we've seen at Houston so far in the breakaway roping with a 2.5. She's a past Resistol Rookie of the Year, and we see it year after year. Success here at Rodeo Houston can catapult an entire season. Look out for those young guns.
All right, cowgirl, thanks for that insight. Let's go to the tie-down roping, where there's no slouch in this lineup. Boot Barn brings you this contest. And last night, the young kid named Ace Reese, the youngest guy here in the tie-down roping, first trip ever to Houston, wins the round. That got him 3,000. Riley Webb is where we're going to start tonight. He is a 2-time and defending Rodeo Houston champion. He won it last year. He won it in 2023. He's won the last 3 world championships in a row, and he's riding the AQHA Horse of the Year, Rudy. Here comes your 2-time champion, Houston. Like a bullet, as Tallman would say, from the side of the saddle to the calf. He just knocked nearly a second and a half off of his first go-around time of 10.7. That's going to clock at 9.4. The guy just doesn't make mistakes.
He's 22. He is 22 years old, and he's already won this rodeo twice and 3 gold buckles. I mean, let's just take a safe bet and say he stays healthy till he's 35. He could win 10 world titles.
I don't like to say things about human beings when you call him a machine, but he is a machine, well-oiled. He doesn't make mistakes. Neither would Bo Pickett from Caldwell, Idaho.
You have made a living talking about human beings, Cowboy.
Yeah, I know. But not everybody can be a machine.
True.
This man's uncle, all-around champion of the world, calf roping champion, D. Pickett, his dad, Rich. They still come from the heart of the great state of Idaho, the Gem State. Get about. Now he's 5 years older than what you just watched with Riley Webb. Look at there. Is there something going to happen in this event tonight, guys? Is there 8 points?
Well, the aggression is awesome because after he won $1,000 last night, that's good, but I would rather know that I'm going to make it after round number 2 and not back myself into a corner, Boyd.
Absolutely. And, you know, world champion and 2-time NFR champion Shane Hanchey texted Bob and I the other day and said he liked this pen of calves, but he liked the bald-face ones better. And he thought that as we get into the Herefords later on in the rodeo, we might even see some arena records. Here is the guy that, how many people could say, my first trip ever to Rodeo Houston, the first time I nodded, I won first. He'll be able to say that for the rest of his life. Ace Reese, 19-year-old sophomore. He was 8'7" at Fort Worth and San Antonio. Number 37 in the world. He won the round with a 10-4. Yes, sir.
And he won the permit finals to qualify to be here with us. You see the ears on the paint horse perked forward. They switch to the backward position as they know the fight is on. He's in a great spot. Can he do it 2 nights in a row? 9 flat by 1/10 of a second. He goes to number 2, and look out. This 19-year-old is on a tear.
And you know, Bob, that's exactly, if you're the first guys to go, you want to put pressure on the back 5, the back 4 or 5 that got to finish. And our first 3 Cowboys, looking at 9-4, 9 flat, 8-9, they're going to make the rest of these guys have to whoop up.
Well, the next guy can whoop up. He's been whooped up here every major rodeo, including the Wrangler NFR in Las Vegas. This is Joel Harris. I keep saying it's got to be the calf roping capital of the world, San Angelo, Texas, Tom Green County. He's been out west twice at the age of 23. He's only 4 years older than Ace a moment ago. Now, look at that buckskin horse get in the ground, get back. Look at these hands. Look out, look out. Oh, he was going to do it. He was going to be in the long 8s.
Everybody, you're going to learn a new word. You need to use it at work on Monday. It's called a hooey. Everybody say hooey, okay? That's the last knot you take, and he missed it. He didn't grab the piggin string. When you make that last knot on a calf rope and tie, it's called the hooey, and we commonly refer to that as missing your hooey. And it happens a lot. It does. We just didn't want to see it happen to Joel tonight.
That's a costly mistake. Take you to West Texas, the cattle feeding town of Hereford. 44-year-old Monty Lewis won a world title just over 2 decades ago. He's won nearly $1.5 million with one of the most brilliant minds in all of pro rodeo. I just sat down with him in Logandale last year and talked horses. And he will tell you, you're only as good as the horse you ride. You're not going to win a world title on a donkey.
He's rode a bunch of them. Not an ounce of sweat on this guy's forehead. Horse did good. Get back one more step. Look at there. That was a very difficult place to be with that calf wallering around on the end of that rope. The inertia that it takes, watch when he steps out in his right stirrup. I mean, he'll fire down there like a bullet. Yep.
Full second faster than he was last night. Every one of our competitors has done better than they did the night before. So far, so good. Let's keep this trend going with a White House, Texas Cowboy. by the name of Hayden Ford. He clocked a 12-1, and that won him $500. Remember, folks, we're stacking up money. You want to win money in each round of your Super Series. A Super Series is really a rodeo tournament featuring the same 8 contestants in each group, each contest. Now, this guy only got 500 last night, and 500 is not going to advance you out of your Super Series to a semifinal. So now he's looking at 9 flat, 8, 9, 9, 4. Hayden knows he's going to have to take a chance. He's going to have to ride at that barrier and maybe throw a little bit of a Hail Mary depending upon how hard this calf runs. Watch the left hand of the Cowboy. That's the gas pedal on his horse. Here we go. Oh, the Baldies. Those are the ones Shane said were good. Let's see if he can take advantage. Here we go. Yes, he did.
I'm liking it. Tie for second and third unofficially. That calf's not going to get up. I like to call on your volley. I like to do what you say about his hand as a gas pedal. You pull on it for the brakes, you push on it for the go.
And I love that slight pause as he gathers those legs to make sure that everything is set before he goes to the string. At 23 years of age, he is ahead of his time in wisdom and timing.
I got to tell you right now, the way it's looking is Ace Reese and Bo Pickett, as we project what we're going to face tomorrow, are looking pretty solid. But it's after that, it's pretty wide open. Let's go to Keachai, Louisiana, Macon Murphy. 21 college national champion in 2021, 5'8", 165. He's not big, folks. He's not the biggest man here, but he is an athlete. He was a point guard in basketball.
Whoa, horse kind of stopped a little early on him, but he was still able to make the catch. Is it going to work out? Yes, it will. A little bobble in the middle, and it may have made him slighten up on his breath for just a moment, but right here, you can see that horse start to stop, and he just bails off as the rope goes on. Thankfully, that calf is standing at the end of the line. It all came together.
What a great night of roping. I mean, you have seen some really good tie-down ropers tonight. And we're not done because we're going to go to probably one of the most accomplished guys in the field.
Want a little prediction, guys?
Sure.
I can remember 20 years ago when this guy was a rookie, Ryan Jarrett. Long before he won the all-around, he was still a ranch kid on a dairy down south. He'd say this would be the last guy you'd want to have at the end of the pile because he'll take what it takes to get it. Yeah, I might have had a good calf in that black volley, but he got away. He was going for it. He was going to try to be 8 flat.
He was. The slack didn't come tight, so the calf ran through the loop. No time for the former all-around champ of the world.
The thing about calf roping, folks, is it is a mental game as much as it is physical. So many things change during a run. Which direction did the calf go? How hard did my horse stop? Is he on the ground when I get to the end of the rope? How's my picking strain around the hind 2 legs? Don't miss your hooey. Clap your hands when you get something done in under 9 seconds. And oh, Joel, you got tomorrow, Cowboy. Here's what happened tonight. Pickett and Murphy split the go. Reese gets another check. Ford checks in. Total money won. Reese and Pickett looking really good. Macon Murphy looking solid. Riley Webb, Hayden Ford, Monty Lewis, they'll have to make their moves tomorrow. Boot Barn brought you the tie-down roping.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top athletes in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the highest money winner is crowned the Super Series champion. They receive custom boots courtesy of Alberta Boot Company Outfitters and a custom Les Paul style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston Super Series champions. Out of each of the 5 Super Series, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our 2 wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship for a shot at the $65,000. with a total purse of over $2.5 million. That's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Hey, hey, y'all get ready. When we come back, it's going to be the bareback riding.
Hey folks, if you're 21 or older, pledge to rodeo responsibly as a Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. Always plan for a safe ride home.
I want you to meet some very important people thanks to Cavender's Boot City. They sponsor a hard-working arena crew. You can see them right there. They're down in the dirt. They're in the chutes, behind the chutes, making it all work behind the scenes.
And remember, if you can't get to the rodeo every night, we're on TV, the Space City Home Network, the Cowboy Channel, and Telemundo. As a matter of fact, I'd like for you to meet our Hispanic broadcasters. This is Enrique and Luis. Hola, my amigos.
Saludos amigos, los invitamos que nos acompañen durante todo el rodeo en la aplicación Telemundo Texas y RODEOHOUSTON.com con toda la acción cada noche, Luis, en español.
Caballeros, when you download the Telemundo Texas app, you will notice that delivery is fast, poetic, and also explosive, which takes us now to the word of the day. Ándale, meaning hurry, 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 speed up, ándale.
Exactamente, so Andy and Janie in Chuck Wagons, ándale, ándale, let's go, let's bring it.
That's the one word I knew from watching Speedy Gonzalez when I was growing up.
What an outstanding crowd here for performance number 5 of Rodeo Houston, and they're all smiles as they should be. Our rodeo action rolls on, courtesy of Chevron, our partner in the bareback riding. Who did it best one night ago? Taylor Broussard. Had a great ride on the bay horse from the Cervies, and he was a 3-way tie at the top with that 82-point ride. Splitting it up with Carson and Waylon, but this is a very, very good set of bareback riders, gentlemen.
Morty, from your home country of Mondovi, Wisconsin, Nick Pelkey.
Well, the gate rope on. So we always tie the gate shut because we don't want the horse breaking into the arena accidentally. The guy nods and the gate rope actually hung up on the post. Yeah, he had this horse in Denver, Bobby T. Or no, actually here last year. So it's a rematch from a year ago.
He was 80 on that ride. You got an NFR, volley, stock, and legged jumping kicker. The higher they jump and the better you buck, the better your score should be. 25 years young. 78.5 last night. Let's see where he's going to go with this one tonight. Got a little check for $500. He'd like to have one for $3,000.
And he's got the type of horse he could do it on, but 78 will be half a point shy of where he was in round 1, and that's not what we wanted to see.
Let's take a peek to Ben Kramer, 24-year-old cowboy from Max, North Dakota. He's got another NFR horse from the Cervi brothers called On Second Thought. Orrin Larson had this horse here last year, marked 85 points. Evan Bettany won Window Rock, Arizona with an 87.5. This is a bucker. Watch the bronze kid from North Dakota go to work. Remember, for those of you new to the sport, half the score comes from the cowboy for how well he rides the horse, and the other half comes from the horse for how hard he is to ride. Well, this was a hard horse to ride, and he rode him well. How about this number? 84.5 as Kramer takes the lead.
Now you have to step your game up, Cade Saunier. Heron Crow, Louisiana, one of the top 20 bareback riders so far early on in the year. 2 trips to the national finals for him as he draws a horse from the Cervies called Colorado Cayenne. World champion Jess Pope was 86 on this horse at the Duel at the Dunes in Wagon, Colorado. Cade was only a grand shy of winning $200,000 in Las Vegas at the national finals. Good start. Keep those feet moving on the little pot-bellied sorrel. He tries to stay close to the chute, circling around. Our pickup men, Taos Muncie, Chase Servey, Randy Britton, and Tyler Kraft will move in and set him down.
This guy won 2 go-arounds at the NFR. That's as close as you can get to either winning the NFR champ or world champ. He won round 6 and round 10. Following the footsteps of his NFR father, we're looking at an 80-point ride for Saunier from Louisiana.
All right, as we go to Waylon Bourgeois, we had a chance to ask him. He did multiple sports. Up, we're going to back him up, boys. Watch this. It is Taylor Broussard, Louisiana, one more time. Our neighbors to the east. That is the Organic Outlaw. Now, they've been 81 and way big, 86.5 on this horse in Denver.
Yeah, he's had that horse before, Bobby T, and was 81 points. So a horse with a lot of power underneath him. When he takes that right-hand turn, you can see the left foot is moving up and down as he waves to the crowd. The Louisiana man hoping for some decent numbers coming in.
Oh, come on, give us these numbers. We want to hear from Waylon.
79.
79 points. Look, Waylon Bourgeois did a bunch of sports in high school. We asked him, how does that help you in rodeo?
Athleticism. You got to work to a goal, and that's what we do. Going down the road rodeo, and we the big prize is at the end of the year, and you just got to grind it out.
He's right. It can become a grind, especially in this event more than any other. I mean, you think about it, he's got his hand wedged in that bareback rigging, and underneath him, the lightest horse he's going to get on all year long is probably 1,000 pounds.
And when you look at the C brand from the Surveys, you know this horse is maybe 6 or 7 years old, which means he's young, hasn't been bucked very much. And you don't know what to expect.
It's going to be good. He's got the fire. That horse is covering a lot of ground and still kicking. Still kicking.
But I want you to watch his feet, or something happens, Andy, on his hand.
You're right, and his body position as well. Usually you want to stay right in line with the spine of the horse, and that left foot comes loose, as Boyd pointed out, and he starts to lean to the right. 69 points, not what the Louisiana man wanted on this Friday night.
All right, let's go to Sage Allen, Blackfoot, Idaho, the reigning Resistol Rookie of the Year. He did not have a good night last night. Actually, it was a no score. I had him in at a 66, but our official leaderboard says he had no score last night. So this is really important for Sage on a horse called Second Amendment. This is the first time this horse has ever been bucked underneath a bareback rigging. Now you can buck him in the saddle bronc riding with a full saddle, and they buck differently under each piece of equipment.
I do believe that's going to free him up. Okay. That's why a producer would do that. Second Amendment, it does. Oh, little stutter step. That left front foot didn't fall. But that'll throw you away from your rigging and out of position, Andy.
Call me crazy, but I think the horse spooks at the hat underneath him. Watch this. The horse is looking down, and this hat goes right underneath his front feet. Oh, no, he just stumbled.
No, you're
Sorry.
crazy.
I am crazy.
That's all right. We're used to you.
Yeah, he's off his rigging. You can see that he's not sitting on top of that rigging the way he wanted to. Judges aren't going to like that very much. 69 for Sage, and his face tells you everything you need to know right now. He's not a happy camper. All right, let's go to the reigning champion of Rodeo Houston and the reigning champion of the world. Riding Rocker Steiner, who took a re-ride last night and it cost him a point.
Yeah, make up for it tonight, Rock. That boy, reach. Look at that horse trying to get away from his feet. He's shaking his mane, wobbling his head. When Little Rocker reaches out, he is going to put the iron in the front.
But watch about the fifth jump. That's the second, that's the third, this is the fourth. And then that move right there was designed to try to get him off his rigging. It did not work. The horse tried everything except pulling a knife. 83 points. Now we get the smile and the thumbs up. Way to go, stud.
Well, the world's got somebody new to fall in love with. He's not that big, but he can take all the love you want to give. Let's go again. Carson Hildry. Get used to the name, from Velva, North Dakota, Andrew.
The 19-year-old is number 19 in the world. One wall, South Dakota, and Huron. He was 82 last night to split the round. And he's got a horse that Jess Pope was 83 and a half on at San Antonio. This is Storm Warning of the Servey family. And you can see we were talking about how much weight is underneath you. Watch how he pulls his hand into that bareback rigging. It's called locking it in a bind.
There's starting to get to be another insurgence of talent from the Badlands, North and South Dakota, parts of Nebraska.
Also love to see the youth movement in the bareback riding. Lots of young guys coming up and making a statement. Woo! There's a statement being made right now by the North Dakota youngster.
And watch this horse get in the air. Beautiful ride by that young kid named Carson Hildry from Velva, North Dakota, 19 years old. Look at this horse get off the ground. I mean, the front legs just leap. The back legs fire. And we liked it better than they did. 78 points. 78 will not change the leaderboard.
Well, right back up what Andy said, the new bunch, because that is a veteran. When you look back and think, how much rip does it take? How bad does it hurt when you're not in the right spot? How much money can you win riding sideways? And then you think about it and go, I'm just glad I lived through it. Oh, that's the sign of a champion. Ben Kramer, good for you, buddy. 84 and a half of the three. Rocker gonna get a better check. Now,
that's the money board and how you advance. Kramer at the top, Steiner, Broussard, and Hildre all in great position to move on. Thank you to Chevron for bringing us our bareback rider.
Don't you take a step away from here. When we come back, the Team Ropers team up to bring you excitement.
Thank you to Houston Methodist, official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine. They care for our rodeo athletes.
hey, I want you to think about captions. They're available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. We'll make it easy for you, folks. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screen, and it will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Hey, everybody, we're going to have fun with you. That's right, we're going to pick fans out of the stands, compliments of Carnival Cruise Line's Cowboy Cam. And we're going to turn you into a cruiser or a cowboy, one or the other. Here's a fan in the stands. She turned into a cowgirl. Let's see who else we can dial up. All right, love the specs. He's a cowboy on a horse that's side passing. The Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam, bringing out the Wild West in you. There's some Wild West right there.
It's a beautiful evening in the Bayou City. For those of you that are watching, you ought to come see this. It's a destination you're going to love it, and a great place for team roping.
Brought to you by Corral Boots. 2x2, they will ride on in, and no one did it better than Caleb and Junior. This is the only major they haven't won, but last night they started their campaign out in a great way. 5 seconds flat, $6,000 to the good as we start with a team that needs a little more. Corey Kidd and Will Woodfin. North Carolina and Texas. Corey the champ, the Dixie National in Jackson. Will won second at San Antone, or Fort Worth, excuse me. 5-5, great way to get things going, gentlemen.
Yeah, and we have microphones down at the roping boxes so that you can hear the clicking and the clamoring. And when somebody said you're out, they just melted my eardrum. Wow, he did get out, and that 5-5 is a real nice run. Now, last night it took a 5 flat to win it, but 5-5 would have placed second as we look now to Tanner Tomlinson, a champion of Denver, teamed up with Kobe Payne. Number 6 ranked header, number 11 ranked healer in the world. They had a no time last night. We love this format, though, because of that, Bob.
Well, and I want to see the guy in the black shirt win at least $70,000. Not again. He has earned $933,000 in his career. He's about to become a $1 million winner club guy. Not tonight.
I love the story of this next team because you have two ropers that rarely, if ever, have roped together. But with this format and how you qualify, there's a chance you might be paired up with somebody that you don't usually rope with. That's the case for Cash Duty and Jake Edwards.
The New York Cowboy is pretty handy, though. They were 6 flat last night. That was good for a 3rd place finish. Oh, my. So, 2 no times in a row, and the wheels are falling off the chuck wagons right now.
Oh, we'll catch up to him. Okay, Chad Masters. Here's the multi-millionaire from Cedar Hill, Tennessee, with Jace Helton from up north at Toller, Texas. The guy at the heel end was the champion at Rosenberg, which is one of our qualifying rodeos. They won the rodeo at Rosenberg, and that gave them the berth to be at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
You ought to see the entries at the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo now. Just because if you win it, you get to rope at Houston. Cowboys come all the way from Canada down to Texas in October just to have a shot at winning it and the Waller County Fair and Rodeo in Hempstead, because that's another one of our qualifiers.
All right, the master, the 2-time champion of the world at the head end. Go to him.
Yeah.
Not bad for a 23-year-old healer. 45-year-old header. How about 5.3? I recognize that as the number 1 time so far.
You're right, Bobby T. 2-time world champion Caleb Driggers will do the horn catching duties. Matches up with the Brazilian sensation Junior Nogueira. 2 healing world titles and an all-around world championship. They are number 1 and number 2 in the world, respectively. This is the only major they haven't won, and they are doing it. 4.9, the fastest run of the night. Way to go, gentlemen.
They're going to have a chance. If that holds, they'll have a chance to sweep tomorrow. They won the first round with a 5 flat. They come back in round 2 with a 4-9. The picture of consistency for the 5 world championships between the 2 Cowboys. And the field flag judge holds his hand out and says, that's smooth. Now let's turn to Luke Brown, 51 years old, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Buddy Hawkins, the Rodeo Houston champion from 2024. 39-year-old healer behind a 51-year-old header. 5'8" last night was good enough for second place dough. But man, would a 4.8 fit, right? It depends on what you drew, Bob, because sometimes you draw a runner And there's no prayer at being in the 4s, but if you've got a slower steer, I could see these guys doing 4-8.
I want to see that steer run to the right a little more. Head catch good. Got him on a short rope. And he's still got 2 coils in his hand when he doubted and let him off.
And the reason the clock didn't stop, even though the heeler had caught the feet, watch this. Both ropes have to be tight before the clock stops. So the heeler has the heels, but the header's rope isn't tight right away. So they have to make sure the header gets a tight rope, and that worked.
6 flat. That's actually 4th. Shows you how tough this second round is. Clay Smith and Nicky Northcott. 2-time world champ. The veteran to the horns, Nicky Northcott, at 19 years old. Finished 16th last year. The top 15 qualify to the national finals rodeo. He's gonna be there, it's just a matter of when, and that, my friends, is why. 5 seconds flat, they're your number 2 team. They needed to rebound after a smaller check last night. It's good roping.
We started with a 5 and 5 and thought, oh, that might win it. It's now 4th.
Well, let's go for the 4 and 8 for anybody can put the pressure on them, the next team can. Barhead, Alberta, born and raised, ranching family for Colton Schmidt. The famous Tryon family from Helena, Montana. Colton Schmidt, 31 years old. Watch this guy in the white shirt. The guy ropes at our house, Andy, often. I give him credit and thank him for coaching my grandson. His little boy tonight outside watching Daddy. His name is Crew. So let's get this crew together in the 4s, 3 swing. Pressure was on, boys. Pressure was on. He was trying to get it in the hole.
Yeah. And that's all right. I like anybody that takes the time to mentor the next generation. Well, look them in the eyes, boys. It's like a gunfight. If they're serious, you'll know it when you look them eyeball to eyeball. Timing is everything. Stick that tongue out, Junior, and then rear back and smoke that horn. Coil that rope, Mr. Buddy. There's an all-around champion of the world from Brazil. Folks, the same team that won last night won again tonight. Drinkers and Nogueira. Now check this board out, $12,000 because each one of them won $6,000 apiece. Then Hawkins and Brown, it is going to be good watching tomorrow. Saturday matinee performance. Thank you to Corral Boots for bringing us the team roping.
Don't move. Stay right where you're at. The event that started it all, saddle bronc riding, is coming up next.
Hello amigos, this is your telenovela friend Gabriel Soto. And my friends at La Michoacana Meat Market want you all to have an amazing time at the rodeo. If you're drinking, celebrate responsibly. Plan ahead, choose a designated driver, or get a safe ride home. Because at La Michoacana Meat Market, we care about you and our community. Enjoy the show.
Check out the best seats in the house. Those are the chute seats, presented by Chenier, right behind the bucket chutes.
All right, guys, it is autograph time in the fan zone, brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. All your favorite rodeo athletes are up here. Take a look, the tie-down ropers are here, the bareback riders are on their way. Go ahead and sign an autograph right there. Write something good to me, Janie Johnson. All right, but everybody's favorite is also here. We know him, we love him, Leon Coffey. Leon, how much do you love interacting with these fans up here?
More than I did out there with them bulls, I know that.
Well, the fans love it because you can meet Leon Coffey over here. It is so much fun. And hey, there's a belt buckle for you. There's a limited number of those belt buckles every single night, so come up to the fan zone. We're in section 103 and 124. Right around the corner, we also have our Texas royalty, Miss Rodeo America. The Rodeo Fan Zone is where it's at Rodeo Houston.
Welcome back inside NRG Stadium, a great looking crowd. And they're about to be treated to the saddle bronc riding. You bear down with the stirrups and swells and a bronc rein and hope for the best for 8. Energy Transfer brings it to you. Who got all the cookies in the cookie jar night number 1? The guy Andy talked about in the opening. Regan Smith, the former Rookie of the Year, just edged out East and West. Stetson Wright, you know he's always going to be in the conversation. Shorty Garrett, Cash Wilson. Let's start with Easton. His parents named him Easton because that's how they wanted his feet to be pointed in the bronc ride. East and West.
I'll take that, whether it's the truth or not. It sure sounds good to me.
It's a true story.
Boo, Willie, look out. Don't run over the judge. That'll cost you. That horse got him some scatter the first 2 jumps, and I'm not sure that the horse had a plan. Easton had one. All of you in New Underwood, South Dakota tonight, there's your man. $10,000 he won in Minot last October. Got the money in Waco.
Badlands Circuit champion. He won that in Minot. That's how Bob's referencing it. Andy, you told me earlier that the guy that won the round last night's got a rematch, right?
Yes, he does. That was 83.5 for East and West. It's a rematch for Regan Smith. He was 80 on this horse, our Watson's hot mama, a year ago. He won the round with an 84 on the opening night of this Super Series. And right now, it looks like a great matchup. That education from a year ago paid off, but he needs to work on that dismount.
He tried to spike the landing. It didn't work in his favor. But I got to tell you, Regan's riding as good as I've seen him ride in a while. I mean, sometimes you just find yourself in the zone, and he's in it. He just took the lead again. 85 points. He is hot at Rodeo Houston.
Well, nobody is any hotter than the Stetson Wright from Beaver, Utah. Crowding in, and he will, by the time he leaves here, be at the $4 million mark. Whether it be in the bronc riding or the bull riding, he's number 3 in the PRCA World Standings tonight coming in. He was 83. He'll have to be in the 85s and 6s to catch up for the two kids out in front of him. Vitalix, Don Juan.
And last year, Andy, we did pretty good on this horse here.
Yep. Leighton Green was 85.5 on this horse from the Serbies. And Stetson has already qualified to advance to our semifinals in the bull riding. So he would join Wacy Shala if he could win enough in the saddle bronc riding to qualify in 2 events. They'd be the only 2 men to do so.
All right, Cowboy, let's go. 10-time champion of the world, the younger brother to the reigning Houston champ. These kids just know how to get up in that mane, don't they?
And yet to think about that horse was starting to cover lots of air. Watch. These little snappy jumping kickers, when you get one that's got this much reach, you've got to slow yourself down, but he is accurate with his feet. Toes turned out. 81. That'll keep him in the game for Stetson Wright.
Love the name of this next horse. Off His Rocker. Young horse from the Serbies and a guy with a great personality, Mitch Pollock. Twin Falls is where he calls home now. He's born and raised in Winnemucca, Nevada.
He's coaching the College of Southern Idaho right now. That's why he moved from Winnemucca to the Magic Valley. Posted 78 last night. He's going to have to gas it.
Oh, boy.
I like this stocking-legged little horse. And another landing that gets spiked by Mitch Pollock. You're looking at a Cowboy that's been to the national finals. He went in 2019. Look at him. Horse has got some moves, and he matches them. And he'll match last night's score as well. 78 points for Pollock.
Talk about grinding it out. That horse had a click in the middle of him. He never let it slow him down. Hit, fire, double fire. Not a lot of guys can do that. Match what the horse is going to do. Oh, they got some juice in here tonight in this pen of horses.
That's Randy Britton right there, one of our pickup men who has the wrap behind him. On the Palomino is Chase Servey. And they're going to help take that young bucking horse out of the room. We go to Mr. Ira.
Asked him last night about the horse he's got drawn. He said, I've never drawn a bad one. Great mentality for Ira Dickinson, and Mona Mayhem is trying to test him. As we mentioned in the bareback ride, and half the score for the horse, the other half for the Cowboy, and that's a lot of horse, Boyd.
Yeah, but he has trouble. The horse presents a problem for Ira, because see how the horse lands on the front feet, and his feet aren't forward? See how that right foot is kind of back a little bit when the front feet hit the ground? It happened again right there. The judges are not going to be kind to him because of that, and he knows it's 70 points. For I'm a huge fan of the human being and the Cowboy, but 70 is not what he was after in night number 2.
Referenced by Boyd and I and Andy a little earlier, this is another one of the qualifying rodeo winners. He's won it all. This is Isaac Diaz. He won it at Rosenberg. We can go back a decade ago when he was a college superstar at Vernon, out west, Tarleton State University. Sipping on fire. Watch this, folks. Oh, get those long legs going at 6'1". Now there, you want a little degree of difficulty. You had about 3 different shots this horse took at him, Andy, in the middle of it.
Well, you see early on this horse gets in the right lead and then goes back to the left, but it's going to be a no score because he missed the horse out. Now, what does that mean? Your foot has to be above the horse's shoulder the first jump out, and they say on the right side his foot was not, so it'll be a no score for Isaac.
It's not just got to be above the front shoulder, it's got to be in contact with the animal when the front feet hit the ground, and it clearly was not. Now let's go to a man whose bloodline says it all. Shorty Garrett, Dupree, South Dakota. Shorty's climbing aboard a horse that Leighton Green was 83 on in San Antonio. Kobe! Oh, what a wicked little dude. I mean, he's got switch up, change up, kick out the back. On behalf of bronc riders everywhere, let me just say yuck. That is hard to ride.
It's like trying to ride a Roman candle.
But he did not weaken, guys.
He did not weaken, but
Look at
that
there.
is a hard horse to ride.
1 foot forward, 1 back, then they're both where they belong. He tried. They're going to give him something for the effort. 81 and a half for Shorty Garrett.
Puts him third right now, so that would be money with only 1 more to go. Cash Wilson, Whitewood, South Dakota, by way of Wall, both towns in the Badlands.
He's living proof that you can pick your bride, but you can't pick your in-laws. This Cowboy from South Dakota
Obviously that check's already cleared.
has received a re-ride last night. Had to get on too. 5'11", 170, wife Bryn, ready to cheer him on. He's had a great year. 86 in Odessa, 85 and a half at the Since World's Toughest in Des Moines, 85 in Gillette over New Year's Eve. We want to score like that in Houston. Let's take it on with Stump the Rump.
There you go. South Dakota try. You've had a shot at 4 of them. You had the Cajuns in the bareback riding. It's the Badlands and the bronc riding. Now you'll see right at the end when they know it's 8 seconds coming. It's okay to reach down with the free hand, put 2 on the rein, but do not do that before the whistle blows. You had to grind to pull it out of him. 76 for Cash after 79 last night.
A little bit of everything, but some tough scores if you wanted to be in the top 4 in our saddle bronc riding competition. As Cash goes back to the bucket chutes. Here's how it all starts. You do a little mullet shake to let them know it's time to do this. And you ride that horse with 2 things, your bronc rein and your spurring motion. As the horse leaps up into the air, the 10-time world champ looks on as a big exhale comes from the body of the traveling partners, Garrett and Diaz. And some elation from Riggin Smith, as he should be. Could it be the second sweep here in Super Series number 2 with 885 because he's got $6,000, followed closely by West, Wright, and Garrett. It's another stacked field as we thank Energy Transfer for bringing us our Saddle Bronc riders.
Hey, you don't want to go anywhere because when we come back, big men are going to tackle farm animals. Steer wrestling when we return.
It's time to text to win. It's time for the Entertainer Trivia. Answer the question, folks, on the big screen correctly for a chance to win. Now listen, win season tickets to the 2027 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Do it in a hurry. They're just happy to be on the big screen.
Well, if you haven't done this, you need to. Go to the Fan Zone. It's presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got 2 locations, sections 103 and 124. You can see our Rodeo Houston Championship saddles and all kinds of athletes and icons.
Yeah, you get to make some memories. Okay, we're going to find you on the big screen and then turn you into an avatar. Compliments a Carnival Cruise Line. They're going to put the Wild West in you tonight. Kick back, sunning. Oh, looking good on that Carnival Cruise Line deck. Oh, rear up, Flicka. Nice looking horse, nice looking cowgirl. Looking good. Side passing. Oh, yeah, pretty hair. Thank you to Carnival Cruise Line.
What a beautiful shot of the Ferris wheel out on the Midway, the world's largest carnival here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, as the action continues with wrestlers. Big thank you to our friends at Mattress Firm. They bring the big boys to us. And this isn't a big boy, this is a big man that made it happen in round 1 of our second Super Series. It was Utah's Cash Rob with a 4.4 second run when he got his hands on this steer. It was Goodnight Irene, and we paid him $3,000 for it. Swallow, Rudd, and Crane were in the top 4. Here goes round 2.
All right, round 2 begins with Cody Devers, Perrington, Texas. Got to get away from that 12-4 last night. That boy. Good return. That left hind leg would have come out of their cooker. He'd have been 4-5, 4 and 9 for Cody. 4.9.
So, from Cody, that beats the 12-4 he was last night, that's for sure. We're going to take a peek to Jace Melvin, Fort Pierce, South Dakota. His sister Jessica was Miss Rodeo South Dakota. NFR qualifier in 2020, steer set up. That steer did that last night too, and Jace was going to try to take advantage of it. But the steer hit the skids. Watch this. You think I'm running, but I'm not. Psych! You could take a horn to the face when that happens. I'm just glad he didn't get stuck. Watch the right horn. Almost takes off his nose. Some tough luck for Jace Melvin.
That steer does that 3 times in a row. Barbecue and Goodnight Irene, as Andy would say. Levi
Rudd. Chelsea, Oklahoma, but a man that does a lot of rodeoing in California. Won Sonoma. Also took the title in Missoula. Won $1,000 last night as he makes a good horn catch. 5 and 6. 1/10 of a second quicker than go round number 1 for the 33-year-old Okie.
Consistent, right? 5'7", come back with a 5'6". The only thing is, we're not like a lot of the rodeos. We don't pay an average or an aggregate. We only pay out if you perform well in a round, a semifinal, a wild card. So even though he's consistent, that's not going to help him. All you have to do is keep getting money. He got some of it last night. He looks like he'll get some more tonight. From Levi, we peek to Gavin Swallow, 6'1", 220. Oh, and another steer I think they all got together in the back pens and went, hey, dude, come over here. Here's what I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to leave when they open the gate and then hit the skids. You think it'll work?
Oh, it works from the conversation. All right, Seth Peterson, did you talk to your steer? Did you have a conversation? Where's he going to go? Peterson, another one of the North Dakotans from Minot. I know there's somebody said it's Minot.
Okay. I did not have robot, inertia, or talking to my steer on my Bob Tallman bingo.
Really?
Should have.
Well, I'll share it with you tonight for tomorrow.
Well, yip, hooray. Maybe you'll get it on your card tomorrow.
Seth Peterson got him the money at Brawley, California. They call it the Cattle Call Rodeo. Got a check at Denver. Check at Fort Worth in the beautiful Dickies Arena. And a check the other day at San Antonio tonight. That steer did the same thing last night.
Yeah, you watch the dog fall. It's like watch the hind legs of the steer. When he brings him around, all of a sudden the steer widens his back stance. Watch the hind legs get wide. See that? He's like, I ain't falling. And then he has to do the old rocket kick, right? You know the Rockettes in Vegas? You got to do that little kick thing?
No, we're not into. Andy and I don't dance.
No, I didn't say you were a Rocket.
No,
I was just.
Yeah, the Rockettes do the dancing.
Yeah, we don't even go watch.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the steer wrestling, Cash Rob, first time I ever watched this young man was actually in Vegas. Oat Berry does a junior steer wrestling world championships. They have an incentive division. This guy, at the age of 16, beat 17 and 18-year-olds, won both divisions, and nearly $20,000.
His first year at the NFR, he won the championship. The winner of last night's round with a 4-4.
He had all intentions of bringing that steer around to the hurry.
No flag yet.
Not
Still
yet.
All four legs in the nose. Okay, here's what happened, and you'll see it on this replay. All four legs in the nose have to lie in the same direction before the field flag judge will stop the watch by dropping his flag. So he grabs the inside horn, he goes down, he throws the steer, but all four legs in the nose are not in the same direction. Then he lets the steer up and the clock hadn't stopped, so he had to bounce back and throw him again. Whoops.
Chase Crane of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. It's his first time at Rodeo Houston. We asked him, how are you feeling?
Man, kind of nervous, but excited. It's just dream come true. Like it's just a dream come true.
Number 27 in the world. And the steer holds up on him right out of the chute. So it'll be a no time. That's the third steer tonight that's set up.
I wanted to see him throw one down so we could see him dance and do the sprinkler again. That guy's a character. Good dude, Chase. Sorry that happened to you. All right, the second Peterson of the bunch, boys. We're going back out to California and the home of another great West Coast rodeo at Livermore. Grant Peterson, already this year, got him at Tucson. That was 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago at San Antonio. A month ago in Fort Worth.
Clean run gets him a good check. We've had some bumps in the road. Forget clean. Let's just win it. 4.5, and Grant Peterson comes back. $3,000 to the good.
We saved the best for last. Check this out. This is how you torque a taco. Boom! I mean, all four legs leave the ground when he throws him. Just smooth like butter. And that is going to put him in the hunt. He's only $250 behind Cash Rob. Oh, the big men showed up today.
Well, they took advantage of their body size. Those that had the steers that set up, no matter how big you are, that extra effort when you do that, like dropping in the well in the bull riding or dropping your hands. He said, I shouldn't have done it that way. Yeah, big boy, you did it. Grant Peterson 4 and 5 for the 3. Devers, Peterson, and Rudd. Now for the big money, Andy Seiler.
Add 'em up, Cash Rob, followed by Peterson, Devers, and Swallow. It's gonna be good. Mattress Firm brought us our steer wrestling.
Well, if you love great competition, you want to stay put. The ladies barrel racing when we come back.
Howdy, Houston. Kroger's mission is to feed the human spirit by ending hunger, eliminating waste, and providing our customers with a full, fresh, and friendly experience. From providing food and funds to our local schools to helping our fellow Texans after a crisis or natural disaster. Kroger is committed to serving the Houston community. As the proud presenting sponsor of Black Heritage Day, we hope you have a great time and enjoy the show. Now, Houston, let's rodeo!
We're outside of NRG Center. We're gonna go out there and meet some of the fans and see just how much they know about rodeo.
Rodeo lingo time.
Can you tell us what a brim is?
No clue. A brim on the hat.
Yes! There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
No? Still no?
This is the brim.
This is the brim of the
Brim of your hat. Do you know what chaps are? No? You don't know what they are either?
Like the... Yeah. Like pants, basically. Exactly.
That's right.
The pants. Yeah,
They're
we got
pants,
one.
but they don't have a backside. So it covers your jeans, right? They're called chaps, yeah.
Oh.
You know, if they had a backside, they'd just be leather pants.
Yeah.
So.
They protect what's important.
But they,
That's exactly right.
You're watching Rodeo Houston. The fans are ready for the Women of the Barrel Race. This is a great event. Very simple, 3 barrels, cloverleaf pattern. Got to keep them all standing, and the fastest time wins. And last night we saw just how fast you can get with Jordan Driver and her 14:18, the fastest we've seen so far.
Indeed, she was. A great run by Ms. Driver. Our barrel racing competition, the first for the Cowgirls to compete in. As we say thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors. There is Jordan on that big sorrel blaze face horse with a blazing run on opening night where usually the times are a little slower. Taylor Moykins along with Paige Jones and Andrea Busby rounded out those top payoff positions as we start with Miss Busby.
Well, she was last to run last night. Running on the top of the ground is going to be good for her. 2-time qualifier to the big show out west. That 1472 ought to be in the 14-1s, maybe. Busby quarter horses from Brock, Texas. Run like this. Rony Good Pony slapping away. 1474. 2 100s longer.
Well, this is the lady that owned the room last night. A college national champion, the reserve champion at Denver, made the semifinals at San Antonio. Her mom, Jennifer, was a great barrel racer as well. Jordan Driver into barrel number 1. Plow reining that horse with both hands on the reins. Then on to barrel number 2 as she lifts the leg. Can she win another round? Looking for our second sweep, 1468. And while that is not as fast as last night, it's still a great time, but it might leave her vulnerable.
Yeah, you're always vulnerable when you have a barrel racer like Wenda Johnson coming up the alleyway 6 times to the National Finals Rodeo. She is such a jockey. This setup at Rodeo Houston isn't easy, but she makes it look easy. Her and that bay horse, we bubbled the second barrel, but it's still standing at a little ground trouble around second and third. This is not the run that Wenda wanted to have, but they have one more round. That is why this Super Series is so great. It's all based off of money won. They can come back tomorrow and win it all.
From Pawhuska, we take you to Wayne, Oklahoma. And Miss Paige Jones, she actually tied for 3rd and 4th last night with a 1472. Past Rookie of the Year, qualified to the National Finals Rodeo. Won Iowa's championship rodeo in Sydney. 2 good turns on the Blood Red Bay. Can she be faster than last night? Come on, Paige. She will stop it at 14:61, and that's your new leader in round 2 of Super Series 2.
Wow, guys, our times got really close, especially when Paige Jones just took over the lead with the very last run. We're going to take a look between Paige Jones and Jordan Driver and see just where the difference was made, because they are so close in time, but every little detail can make the difference. Okay, let's take a look at this ghost cam and see how it all played out. Jordan Driver is on the big dark sorrel horse, and Paige Jones is on the little bay. As they go in there, you can see Jordan Driver has a huge lead running into that second barrel. Then they start to team up right there head to head. Jordan Driver still leading the way going into that third barrel as well. This horse is so long strided, and it all came down to running home. It looks like Paige Jones started to gain on her just a little bit there. Completely different angles running home. But Paige Jones, she knows a thing or two about winning here at Rodeo Houston. She's won her Super Series a couple of times. She's won rounds, and right now she is our new leader. I gotta love her and that awesome horse, Bazinga. I don't know if at 14:61 is safe, though, with these racers we have left to go.
Yeah, it's you don't want to make predictions with these 4 barrel racers left to run. Graham, Ward, Steiner, and Moykins, all of them bring experience from the saddle and under the saddle. As we go to the cowgirl that had the fastest time at the National Western, 3rd generation cowgirl, Sydney Graham of Abilene, Texas. Standout at Western Texas College. Clocked a 14.90 last night. Gonna have to knock 3/10 off of that if she wants a shot at the go-around win. Nice first barrel on an elemental left. Tight corners, straight lines. That's what you're looking for. No wasted motion. Now the louder you cheer, the harder they ride. And where we, yes, 14:34, brand new leader. In round number 2, the West Texas Cowgirl takes the lead.
Well, going back to the 14-18, that's going to be in the top 3 times that we're going to watch. Laura Lee Ward, Fort Lupton, Colorado. Run a 15:04 last night. That's a whole lot better on the first 2. Get you some of this Fallon Taylor style. She does it. Oh, 1 whip in the 14.95. You beat it up a little bit.
All right, we're going to get ready for the Steiners here. Steely Steiner is up next in the barrel race. You got to see her brother, world champion Rocker Steiner, in the bareback riding. This is a family of legacy, a family of winners. Steely is an amazing jockey, a great trainer. This is her horse, Puff, and whoa, that first barrel, guys, I thought she was clean coming around it. They were really, really running into that first one, and the horse just really did his job and came around just a little too tight on that backside. Watch the clock. It was gonna be a nice run, but that down first barrel, they were by it, just clipped it right there on the outside.
Well, when you add the 5 seconds, 1998, it was a great year. Three Forks, Montana. It's where the last cowgirl calls home. That is Taylor Moykins. Past champion at the College National Finals for Montana State University. Made it to the National Finals Rodeo last year after winning Pendleton. She was 14:69 one night ago, but a little wide around barrel number 1. We got to tighten it up, Miss Taylor. We've won $2,000 and we need to get greedy. 14:97, longer than she wanted to be. It's a tough round, Boyd.
Absolutely. Tough round, but not for Sydney Graham. Look, when you watch these highlights, remember this. This is a team. It takes not just a fast horse, but a whale of a jockey as well. They got to know when to lift the leg to dodge the barrel. Watch these horses dig into that soil. The G-force that you're feeling when you come around one of those barrels requires a ton of athleticism. And when we stack them up, Graham is the #1 athlete in the second round. Jones in hot pursuit. Total money won, though, it's Jordan Driver, just 500 ahead of Sidney Graham. They're both likely going on to the semifinals. Jones and Moykins are in a great spot, but they're not quite there yet. As we say thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors.
Our Cowgirls continue to compete as we take you to the south end of NRG Stadium for our ladies in the breakaway roping. We share our gratitude with Oxy for bringing us this Cowgirl contest. Last night, it was Summer Williams with a blistering 2.5-second run, followed by Josie Goodrich, Maddie Uthier, and Maddie Jacobs. Now pay attention because this can happen very, very quickly. As you see the rope of the Cowgirl tied to the saddle horn, and when she ropes the calf, it will break away. Hence the name breakaway roping.
Amen, my brother. 3.2 on her first run. Her dad, Brad, competed in this arena many times. That's Ryan Jarrett down there trying to help her with her horse. The start is everything. What do we call the start? How far do you let the calf out before you let the reins down on your horse? Because nowhere is it more evident in the breakaway roping if you get out late. There it is. 3-2 last night, 2-8 tonight. And that'll put her 6 flat on a pair, and you got to like that average. I love that smile.
And she was so close to the barrier line, Boyd, as you were talking about. If you want some inside baseball, they call it pinging it. When you ping the barrier, you are so close, but you didn't break it.
She's giving thumbs up. She's happy. Pinging it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's usually my golf game. I usually ping it. All right, Maddie Jacobs used to be Maddie Dearman. 2-time NFR qualifier in 24 and 25. Whoa, calf got the jump. Man, that calf must have been invented by NASA because it had a rocket in its rear. It took off.
4.1 on the hard-running calf. Now, I'm not letting you get away with this. I've heard when you play golf, you ping it into the woods.
That's right. If I was in charge of golf, I would change its name to Let's Go Look for My Ball.
Here comes Madison Uthier, the Texas A&M Aggie. Oh, no. She ropes the calf around the eyes. It does not fall over the nose of the calf, so that's going to be an illegal catch. It's called a bell collar catch. It has to go all the way around the head of the calf in front of its shoulders. And since she doesn't do so, it's a no time for a great young lady.
She won $100,000 when she was 16 years old, and she can beat you with a polo stick, too, just like her mom. Her dad's a great bronc rider. Now, here's the lady that left here smiling last night. I mean, you couldn't have wiped the smile off of her face. 2.5 seconds last night for Summer Williams of Mineral Wells, Texas. The 2024 Rookie of the Year in the WPRA. Drew another runner, chunks it. She's a second longer than she was last night, but still at 3.5. No, she's what? Second right now. So, yeah, she's still sitting good at 3.5. She looks to cash in depending upon what happens with the Final Four.
Well, this next Cowgirl shares a birthday with my son Wells, Cheyenne McCartney. Happy birthday to the 4-time NFR qualifier from Kingston, Oklahoma. Watched her win the Snake River Stampede back in June. Past champion of the National Finals Rodeo, but a no time last night. She needs money and needs it now. And an illegal catch for the birthday girl. No time for Cheyenne.
And you know what else, folks? She's also a Texas A&M grad. She graduated from there in 2021. Rope gets tangled up the front leg of the calf. As Andy pointed out earlier, it's got to be a bell collar catch. So it's a no time as we turn now to the #1 ranked breakaway roper in the world, the rookie, J.C. Hammonds.
And that rookie was in 2025. What did her season start out right? For 2026, Lubbock, Texas champion. 5'7", 24 hours ago, she did the exact same thing. How in the world they put enough sizzle on it that the figure 8, we'll see if we can see it, the figure 8 will come back around. Yep. Gets that left front leg. Not a legal catch.
So we've had 3 no times. Sloan Anderson, White Horse, South Dakota. Catch this calf and you're gonna win something. I spoke it into existence. That's our 4th no time. So Miss Josie, you had a no time last night. The 4-time NFR qualifier who was 1-9 and Lafayette, Louisiana just has to stop the clock.
Riding Old Dutch, the horse of the year. Isn't that a beautiful bay horse she rides? Oh my gosh. That is a good looking dude right there. So, you know, even though there's been 4 no times, I don't look for her to play it safe. I look for her to push it. There's the horse paying attention, ears up, eyes bright. The Iowa, Louisiana cowgirl studying the calf, grimaces, calf ducks left. Oh, the worst thing that could happen. And now another no time. And I got to tell you this, folks. 2 out of the 6 that haven't had a good rodeo are going to move on to a semifinal. I mean, we got 2 ladies at the top that are just taking all the cookies in the cookie jar. And then the other 6 cowgirls, not so much. So tomorrow's finals in Super Series number 2 is open. Don't look like that. There's 1 more day to roll. You could be doing this tomorrow. That's right. You could be doing that tomorrow. And tonight, Josie Goodrich with a 2.8, Summer Williams with a 3.5, Maddie Jacobs, the only 3 to catch. And that's why I'm saying Williams and Goodrich are in, but everybody else has a chance no matter how poorly they perform thus far. So that's what we love about it. Breakaway roping, presented by Oxy.
You love it. We've got it. Bull riding is coming up next at Rodeo Houston.
Hey, why? Would y'all just listen to this? Check the screens. Why? To answer the trivia question. The winner will be announced on March 21st.
Hi there. You know what else you need to do? Visit the fan zone. These guys are lonely. Go up and say hi to the bronc riders. That's right, Mitch Pollock's up there. There's my buddy from Wyoming. The Fan Zone is brought to you by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance at sections 103 and 124. Take a picture with your favorite rodeo stars, get an autograph, meet a bronc rider. You'll be glad you did. Ira, smile. We like that listen too.
What's up, guys? I'm Dusty Tuckness, professional bullfighter here at Rodeo Houston. Just want to give a big shout out to Houston Methodist Sports Medicine Team for all they do for us here in 3 weeks at Rodeo Houston. They keep us going in and outside of the arena. It's great to have a staff and team on hand that knows your in and outs, your injuries, and what you're dealing with to help get you ready and prepared for the next performance. I love being here at Rodeo Houston, and I want to give a big shout out and say thank you to Houston Methodist.
Welcome back to Rodeo Houston. They're getting pumped up because the bull riding's coming and they know it. They can taste it. Holy hopping hamburger Batman. The bull riding game is about to be played, and last night, as we say thanks to Rock and Roll Denim for bringing it to us, it was my man, Trevor Rice of Linden, Iowa. Riding right-handed. That guy's ambidextrous. He can ride right or left-handed. He got the 3,000. Parker and Wells split second and third. They were the only 3 guys to get to the whistle. But they need these 3 guys to be safe.
They will protect our bull riders. It's your bullfighters. The man on the left of your screen, the GOAT, Dusty Tuckness. The man in the middle, Wyoming Zone, Nate Justice. The man to the right of your screen, Nathan Harp. They are 3 of the very best.
But There's somebody in that Rodeo Houston barrel. Hello to John Harrison. Soper, Oklahoma. His claim to fame is funny, 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 Yahoo!
Hey, Houston, are you ready to ride some bulls?
Well, he's a yippee, yippee, Yahoo kind of buckaroo, just like Hayden Welch. You want an attitude adjustment? I want a pint of this kid's blood in a transfusion to me.
Okay, Bob. Mountain State Circuit Finals champ. The 20-year-old might be a blood donor to Mr. Tallman. He was 79 last night. Worth $1,500. Dual citizen. Oof. Yeah, that's why he's got an 85% buck-off ratio. The last time that bull was ridden was here a year ago.
Yeah, that bull turns back into his hand, but he loses his feet. So we're about to go to the number 1 ranked bull rider in the world, Mason Moody. We asked him, do you still get nervous before you nod your head?
Yeah, there's a lot of nerves that go into riding bucking bulls, you know, but when you crawl off over the bug and shoot, there's a lot of business that goes into it, and it's just reaction after that.
All right, well, let's react to a bull that's 9-1. Only been ridden one time, and that was by the guy you just watched. Hayden Wells rode this bull in Missoula, but he's the only man, that'd be Montana, by the way. He's the only man to ride the bull thus far. Mason Moody, last year's Extreme Bull champ. No! The right foot betrays him like E2 Brute. Folks, a lot of people think you hang on with your hand, but you ride bulls with your feet. So watch his right leg. His right leg. It's going to come right there off that rope and back. And the minute that right leg does that, the chances of him staying on disintegrate.
I'm sure when they're doing their homework, Andy, that Colton Kaufman noticed it was 89 points. They rode this next bull right here. Lusk, Wyoming. No place to be on January 1st when the wind's blowing. Cold, cold cowboy country.
Didn't our colleague Randy Corley graduate from Lusk?
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. Wayne Brooks came from Lusk as well.
Did he?
Yep.
Cool.
Something in the water.
Okay.
Colton Kaufman. Roger wasn't born there, right?
No,
NFR bucking bull.
Definitely not.
48-11. That's the record for the bull. When they ride in, they average 85. Right now, we just need 8 seconds in a qualification. Can we do it? No!
Look at the clock. Did you see what the clock said? He rode the bull for 7.06 seconds. In order to get a score, you got to ride him for 8. 7.06. Oh, he's just lucky he didn't hang up there for a month. Just one jump. He could still be, oh, right on the shin. Oh, you know that one hurts.
And that bull jumped back under him twice in the first 4 jumps.
Oof.
Oh, my. All right, don't get a new start shirt dirty, buddy. Colton Byram, Kansas time, Andy.
Back-to-back national finals rodeo bucking bulls. Centerfold from Derby Championship Rodeo Company has been there twice. Colton Byram wants to be there. He's number 11 in the world. Last year won the Extreme Bulls in Salinas, California.
It's a muley. What's a muley? That's a bull with no horns. So at least you don't have to worry about that. But this bull's only been ridden one time in the last year.
Oh, dirty little trick.
That is I'm glad you said that, Bob.
Dirty little trick.
That pause in the middle gets a lot of guys down, Boyd.
What was the dirty little trick, Bob?
Well, he sucker punched him. Watch a bull when he starts.
Punched him.
Yeah, I mean, now see, right here he starts. Now watch what this bull does coming around. He's going to go, oh, see? Get him off his rope.
Yeah, he lunges to get him off his rope.
Yeah, just a little kitty cat move, but it works.
Yeah, that's below the belt, Bob. That's an interesting strategy, Cotton.
I've never seen a kitty cat move like that, but.
Well, you don't have a lot of cats around, I guess, in Florida.
Dylan Rice, 26 years old, Newcastle, Wyoming. He was the runner-up at the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo in Rosenberg. Finished third in Hempstead at the Waller County Fair. What did he do last night? Man, he made it about 4 or 5 seconds. Been in a little bit of a slump since last October. And the only thing you can do like a baseball player is just keep swinging, right?
Right.
You gotta hit your way out of the slump. Okay, Cowboy, southpaw bull rider, left-hand delivery. The bull's already picking his spot. This is the bull they call sugar-coated, big 4-year-old. This bull's gonna turn left. The minute that gate opens, and he's gonna stay left. Oh, slap him, that'll make him nice to get along with.
Bull says, okay, you're going to stay here long enough. I'll just wait for you. Now, trying to get up on your rope, he keeps looking back. The bull's wanting to squat. Oh, everybody's got to try it now.
Yeah, I think that bull was leaning on his right knee, too.
Get him out of there before you hurt him.
You're talking about the rider, right?
Yes.
Get him out of there before he recognizes one of us.
Oh, listen to that.
He's talking to Bob.
All right, tail
Well,
of
I'm
the rope
ready,
on the
but
hump
he's
of the bull.
squatting and leaning on me.
He said, I want him, but he's squatting and leaning on me.
None of that sliding. You got a post back here?
And again, he's a young bull, folks.
I gotta
At 4
re-pull.
years of age, he hasn't had a lot of trips in a building like this.
Hey, grab this. Ah!
Look at that look.
He's looking into your soul.
I know. Now, but he's still good. You're looking at a bull weigh 1450. You see that 4x4 they're putting down in there? That is a wedge.
Now, Binion Survey, the guy in the off-white hat and the suit coat, has just told him, now you can put that 4x4 down, but we're gonna buck the bull in front of him, and they might then roll the bull that's acting up into the chute. Let's go to a guy that's got more than 1 million followers on social media. You want to know why? Because I have never met somebody that has seen him that didn't want to adopt him. His name is T. Parker from Winnie, Texas. And check out that watch. Yeah.
That's not plastic.
Serious ice on his wrist.
Rolex your way into this for AT.
Soccer Mom is the bull. And that, don't let the name fool you. That is one of the toughest bulls to try and ride in pro rodeo. When they do, there's some huge numbers on him. But Soccer Mom is no day off, Boyd.
Well, you know, sometimes they like to name bulls after things that might scare you. And I've never seen anything more scary.
Well, I was about to say, if you say something bad about someone's kid, you'll find out how scary a soccer mom is.
Okay, now we're back over here with Sugar Coated.
We still haven't got a qualified ride yet, Bob.
At 26, he's old enough to have dealt with this before. Dylan Rice, Newcastle, Wyoming.
Now, the 4x4, Bob, is put there so that even if the bull tries to turn, that gives him 4 inches to have his leg still be away from the bull and keep it from mashing him up against the steel chute.
And not many bull riders are at the knee wider than 4 inches. See him pushing on it?
My dad kept one of those soaked in oil.
Watch him try to get up on his rope. He's about ready to nod. Buck him, he said. Let's do it.
Into his hand. Alabama left.
It works.
Now you see why he waited and why he wanted that bull. Bob talked about it a minute ago. These guys do their homework. They know what they've drawn and what they're going to see. And we needed a score. We got one. 76 points for Dylan Rice.
Somebody's going to say it should have been 90. Well, this bull gets pretty flat towards the end. got a lot of kick.
Yeah.
76 right now is mighty good.
Yeah, you're right though, Bob. On the back half of that 8-second ride, that bull quit extending his heels. So, folks, it's the tale of two rides. He's had this bull twice. He won Sykeston with an 88.5, then come back and got on him at Denver and was 80. The bull's 35-9. Jade Frost has two older brothers. Josh is a world champion. Joe, you've seen make many great rides. His sister's a great roper. That whole Frost family out of Randlet, Utah, are buckaroos. All right, Jake. Third time's a charm, buddy. Anything between the 80 and the 88.5 from Denver and Sykeston, we'll take it. Oh, feet! The feet go again, and this time it wasn't just one of them, it was both of them. And now is when we're going to need a Houston Methodist, it looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously we never want to see an animal or a human athlete hurt. But our Cowboys and Cowgirls at Rodeo Houston receive incredible medical care thanks to Houston Methodist and the Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine Team. Oh, man. Right on the ankle. So let's go down to Dylan Rice with Jamie Johnson.
Yeah, Dylan, your only qualified ride on the board, and that bull was kind of giving you a hard time in the chute. How patient did you have to be to make sure he was just right to get that ride?
Yeah, that starts your ride, so you got to get him right and get up on your rope in good position so you can leave out of there good and stay ahead of him.
You had a little bit of everything, too, some direction change out there. Were you prepared for that?
Yeah, I had seen him a few times. My traveling partner rode him in Denver, and he was out of the other delivery, and he rode him good. And so I had seen him, and I knew what I was getting on. So, nice bull.
Well, I can hear the crowd cheering. I think that means that they got Jake Frost out of the arena. Did you want to make a comment about him?
Well, I just hope he's okay, and you never want to see one of your good buddies go down out there. So I hope he's all right.
Definitely. Guys?
Thank you, Janie. We appreciate you keeping us up to date on everything down there. And the other thing that spoils us here, gentlemen, is we have doctors on site and on staff, so that's awesome. How many rodeos do we go to where you got training staff, but we have actual physicians on site? It's amazing what they do here in Houston, Bobby team.
Well, a lot of them have worked a full shift last night or today. They show up here, they volunteer, and any and all doctors to serve, God bless them for their service.
But here's the rematch for Trevor Rice, Linden, Iowa. He was bucked off this this bull at the National Finals Rodeo in 2024. He won round one last night with an 83. The two-time NFR qualifier could beat the second man to ride a bull here in round two. Smoking hot the bull, and the man in black is going to cover another one.
Yes. Look out, John Harrison. I talked about this in the open. As soon as that bull is clear of this arena, John Harrison is in danger. Here comes Trevor! 2 for 2 at Rodeo Houston.
Good job, bud.
For Trevor Rice. He's the elder statesman here. At 33 years of age, he's riding better the older he gets. How about 86 points and another go-around win? He's won 2 in a row, and we got a chance for at least 2 sweeps tomorrow.
That's big. When the Rolex is all you can see in the screen, that's a big watch. When the bull is trying to weaken, you are trying not to weaken. They're going to beat you, folks. They're 15 times bigger than you, pound for pound. And when they step on you like that, that's going to leave a mark for the rest of your life. Give thanks to the Lord. Shake it off. We're going to do it again tomorrow. That's bull riding, and that's getting Trevor to tip you over. Will he do it? Don't be surprised. But tonight, He's 86, only 2. Dylan, I'm glad you get a check. Overall, Trevor reached at 6,000, 4,000 to the lead. Parker, whooping up tomorrow. Big thank you for the bull riding to rock and roll denim.
Up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes.
We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They have been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants and Kroger. Well, it's Raising Cane time. Get out your phone, scan the QR code. You could be on Raising Cane's selfie cam. There it is. Beautiful smiles. Oh my goodness.
You gotta love it, Bob. Lots of family and friends having a great time out here. You gotta love that. That looks like a fan that is excited to see Lizzo here in just a little bit. Smile, you're on camera.
There you go. Keep smiling. Get the selfies. You're good. Hello. Atta girl. My goodness, Janie, we have quite an assortment of people.
Oh, we do, and everybody's having the time of their lives here on the selfie. It's pretty exciting when you see your face on the big screen here at NRG Stadium. Wave to the fans. I love to see all those happy, smiling faces. Thanks to Raising Cane's.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world who come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now Oxy is honored to present the other part of the team that these athletes cherish, the part of the team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from over a decade ago of 2 legendary horses. On the left of your screen is Hostage. Next to her is a stud named Lunatic Fringe. Both of these horses have done their part to help crown Rodeo Houston champions over the year. But they also did something else. They raised a daughter. This is their 14-year-old daughter, Lunatic Bayou. She has followed in her parents' footsteps. This mother of 4 has bucked at the top rodeos across the United States, including here at Rodeo Houston. These animal athletes were born to be bucking horses. They're loved and respected by the cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of this family, the son of Lunatic Bayou, that is Lunatic Bay. And he will one day grow up to be setting records of his own. You know, folks, some horses are born to run fast, like a racehorse. Some horses are meant to work with cutting precision, like a cutting horse. But these athletes were born to challenge their riders. He's bucking already. Bucking comes natural to these broncs. And it's our responsibility and our honor to make sure they are cared for with respect, because they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family too, and they represent both the legacy and the future of this great rodeo. All night long, we've been cheering for cowboys and cowgirls. Would you say just one time, we put a round of applause together for the animals that carry them to glory, our animal athletes. And as we do that, a thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. You can see these beautiful horses up close at the Born to Buck exhibit right behind the junction. So that's another thing you can do without having to come inside for a concert or a rodeo. You can just come out to NRG Park and go look at the Born to Buck legacy.
Look at the moment. They're in bright white t-shirts, all nice and clean. It's calf scramble time.
Our arena crew, those talented folks working the gates, chutes, and handling all the equipment, they're talented folks, and we need them. They're sponsored by Cavender's Boot City, presenting our arena team.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride.
Jace Melvin graduated from Tarleton State University, where he was a two-time college national finals qualifier. In 2023, he was inducted into the Tarleton Rodeo Hall of Fame. He is a cowboy with drive and desire to be an outstanding human, rooted in morals and good sportsmanship. He goes above and beyond to support his fellow athletes by both encouraging them and lending a helping hand. Jace, you treat everyone like family. Now we want you to spend more time with your own family with airfare from United. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, you are tonight's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United.
As we return to action at Rodeo Houston, a fabulous-looking audience. As the calf scramble gets ready to be played, thanks to Transocean, bringing you the calf scramble. By the way, tonight, we want you to keep an eye out for the first scrambler to properly catch a calf and cross the line, because that scrambler will have the chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 21st. Let's join Andy and Janie to meet tonight's scramblers.
Hi, Boyd. We've got 15 young men and 13 young ladies, all of them in 4-H and FFA, ready to catch a calf. Now, Janie spent a few extra moments with each and every one of these scramblers. Give us some inside baseball.
Well, Andy, we always have such a well-rounded group of kids in our calf scramble, but we definitely do tonight. A lot of football players, cheerleaders, obviously some great ag kids. We even have one kid who raised a seeing eye dog. Amazing group. It's time to get it started. Millennia Lara.
Lacey Wages.
Joseph Jimenez III.
Elijah Reed.
Marissa Sutton Bergman.
Grady Rinke.
Jackson Bell.
Daniele Lopez.
Cadence Callahan.
Jack Blanton.
Jayla Williams.
Ethan Dominguez.
London Ling.
Gage Seal.
Graham Cox.
Dre Shivers.
Skylar Wilkerson.
Carson Posey.
Rowdy Crab.
Dakota Lemaire.
Kinley Black.
Annette Carubius.
Ethan Santos.
Stephen Page.
Cooper Webster.
D'Avion Landry.
Santiago Dominguez.
And Zayden Martin. Those are the scramblers for night number 5 of the world's largest calf scramble. Each and every time we do this, we invite 2 very special guests to assist us in making sure that everything for the calf scramble happens as planned. First, it's our gate opener. He's an 8-time tie-down roping PRCA world champion, a 4-time NFR average champion, a 2004 Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame inductee, and a 2-time Rodeo Houston champion. Please welcome Hockley, Texas's Fred Whitfield. And our calf scramble starter. It is the 3rd year outgoing chairman of the Black Heritage Committee. Please welcome Sean Body. Okay, Fred's gonna swing the gate open so the calves can run by him up the lane created by our calf scramble committee. Don't rope them, Fred, let them go. I know that's hard for you to do. Sean's gonna drop the hat for us to signify the beginning of the calf scramble so that our competitors can catch a calf.
All right, they are off. We even have some early catches right there. We got 2 kids on 1 calf. That's number 13, Dragon, giving it all the effort right there. That's Jayla Williams. Number 25, Ethan Santos. He owns 3 heifers and he wants to give a shout out to his dad. This is the hardest part, Andy, just trying to get that initial catch.
Well, we got a halter on for number 25, Ethan Santos, inside the box. Just a few more steps, a little turnaround as he goes back inside, and way to go. That's a quick catch.
That's number 6 right there. That's Grady. He also wants to give a shout out to his ag teacher. And Andy, we see it, these kids, they're awesome country kids. They're part of FFA. They work so hard. It is such an honor for them to get to be here competing. And it's also such an honor to catch a calf because it is not as easy as it looks.
Yes,
it really
is.
looks easy.
Indeed, Janie. I've got Ethan down here on the arena floor. Now, Ethan, how were you able to catch that calf so quickly?
Just run.
Run. What a great strategy. Now that you've caught, you're going to bring a steer or heifer back to the show. Which one's it going to be?
Heifer.
All right, what breed of heifer?
A Brangus or Beefmaster.
Okay, is there anything you'd like to say to this calf scramble committee?
Thank you.
That man's got it going on, folks. Our 5th calf scramble and a good catch. Give it up for Ethan Santos, the FFA exhibitor with one of the first catches of the night.
All right, you heard it from Ethan himself. You just got to run. Simple as that. If only it was. Number 3 right there, that's Joseph Jimenez. He loves the bull riding, and he's won a Hard Luck Award before. Not tonight. We've about got this calf caught. We just got to ease that halter on. This is the time where you get real quiet and patient. You don't want to spook the calf. There's only one way to put that halter on. All right, here we go.
You're right, Janie. There's one portion that goes over the nose, and then the other part of the halter goes behind the ears, and then it cinches up, tightens down, and you use the lead rope, obviously, to get the calf inside the box in the middle of the arena floor here at NRG Stadium. That is number 30, Zayden Martin of Livingston FFA. You're watching number 16, Gage Seal, Weatherford FFA.
Yep, right there we say Zayden Martin, number 30. He's a football player, he's a tight end and a linebacker. He wants to give a shout out to his mom and God. That kid's got his priorities straight, and we are about to cross that line. Help him out.
They were cheering loudly on the south end for number 4, Elijah Reed. Great job by that young lady as Zayden's only got a few more steps, Janie.
I think if this whole stadium can cheer Zayden on, we're gonna cross that line. Help him out, we are so close.
He's in.
Oh, we did it. Good job.
That's number 5, Marissa Sutton-Bergman of Cook County 4-H. So we got 4-H and FFA exhibitors both on the board.
Yep, that's awesome. Number 5, Marissa Sutton-Bergman. She shows Brahma cattle since she was 9 years old. And these kids are so hardworking. But you know, from these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are always standing by to take care of any injuries to our competitors. And it does happen, but we are so lucky to have our friends at Houston Methodist.
Could not agree more, Janie. We're back to Gage Seal of Weatherford FFA. Slow and steady.
Gage Seal, he's also a football player. We've got a whole football team out here, Andy, to get this done. We've got a little strategy, you know, put the lead rope around your waist, use some leverage.
Yeah, I haven't seen many offensive linemen, so it better be a flag football team. But you know, catching a calf here in the calf scramble, that begins a year-long journey for all these 4-H and FFA exhibitors. Because once you catch a calf, you are rewarded a certificate for a steer or heifer to bring back to the show. And we have awarded over $22 million in certificates to nearly 25,000 students, and it all began back in 1942. Raising an animal is going to teach them life skills such as caring for that animal, financial accountability, and record keeping as that catch becomes official for Rowdy Crab. and they'll also communicate with the donors during this year-long process. Gage, we want that communication to happen for you, buddy. We want you to send a thank you note to the committee because you caught a calf and you are part of calf scramble history. I know we got a ton of Lizzo fans that'll be behind you. Just a few more steps to pay dirt. There you go.
He stayed very calm and collected. I'm impressed.
That's a cool kid. And another catch for the 5th rendition of our calf scramble, and why not? Millennium Lara. She's getting some assistance from some bullfighters. Pushing, pulling, all the above.
Sometimes it takes a team, you know?
It does. They say it takes a village, and they aren't lying. Great job, Millennia. As we cross that line and make it all happen. Yeah, it's rough business, folks. If you're going to be in the calf scramble, they earn every ounce of it. A big thank you to our friends at Transocean. They brought us the calf scramble. Don't you dare look away, because coming up soon, it's the Chuck Wagon Racing.
It's our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes, as well as their families who support them, like our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. Tonight we honor United States Army Sergeant First Class, who is currently serving at the Houston Army Recruiting Battalion as the Human Resources Sergeant in charge of processing documents of over 300 soldiers. Throughout her career, she has served at Fort Stewart, Georgia, Schofield Barracks in Hawaii, and at Fort Jackson in South Carolina as a drill sergeant. She was deployed to Kuwait in support of Operation Spartan Shield, and then to Iraq in support of Operation Inherent Resolve.
Her personal decorations include the Inherent Resolve Campaign Medal Campaign Star and Army Commendation. This is the United States Army Sergeant First Class, Kajuna Randall. I want you to join me as we're thanking her for 12 years of service and sacrifice to our country. Sergeant First Class Kajuna Randall, we salute you.
All right, folks, we're going to take you down below into the game. Here are the Axis sounds of the night.
Remember me, pal? Long time no see. Been about 1 year exactly. It is freaking hot in here, isn't it? Well, hey, at least it gets better. I'm just kidding, it doesn't get any better.
He just took the lead again. 85 points.
Woo! I don't think that thing's ever been that good in its life. Yeah, yeah. Dude, he like backed up under my feet. I was like, oh my God, look at you.
Sounds of the night from Axis. Okay, folks, time to pick the Chuck Wagon Racing. No, first heat is Baylor, Ford, and STX Beef. Go ahead, Andy and Janie, pick quick.
We got Baylor.
Go ahead, Luis.
I am going with Baylor Medicine.
They just took Baylor. We're taking Ford. Go.
I'll take STXB. They have won 2 races for us, and they're going to do it again.
Let's go with some steaks. Let's go with some steaks, Señor Bob. Here we go.
Ándale, ándale.
Vámonos. Segunda vuelta. Vámonos. Vamos, gente. Hagan ruido. ¿Quién quiere STX Beef?
Can it happen? No!
STX Beef. Let's do it. Senor Bob, hooray for us.
Yeah, you guys suck at picking because you never get to pick. You only get the wagons that we don't pick, and we don't pick winners. And when I say we don't pick winners, I mean especially those two at the bottom left of your screen.
We'll take Kroger.
Yes, Kroger. We want the shopping cart.
You can't pick them until after I introduce them.
Oh, okay. We'll take them anyway.
No, you don't understand.
That's
an invalid choice.
Kroger.
It's invalid.
Kroger's the one we
It's not
want.
valid until
Kroger's the choice that we made.
It's not valid until I have introduced the sponsored wagons. Okay.
Andy, who do you want?
So stand
We'll wait.
by.
Sure.
Pump the brake, as we say thank you to Baylor Ford and SDX. This one's brought to you by Chevron, Kroger, who was me and Luis's wagon, and Mustang Cat.
You can't have them because I want them.
All right, you've got a choice. We're just going to go with Mustang Cat because they're at the bottom of the list.
All right, that means Andy and Janie get Chevron.
Oh, no. You were right the first time. We got Kroger.
No, you got Chevron.
Who's on
We'll see at
third?
the end of the race.
Okay, y'all do what we're doing. Pick a favorite wagon and cheer them on.
All right, Enrique, I want to hear a little Spanish cheering it on in the middle of this.
No, it's actually Andy and Janie get the first lap.
Lap number one, here we go. The assimilated start is over. The real start is on. And Kroger is out in front.
Andy and Janie's team of Kroger is number one right now as they come around that turn.
That is perjury. That's
You
a
said
false
we got lap
statement.
one, so please be quiet, Boyd. We are looking good with Kroger.
Okay,
Here
vámonos.
we go with Kroger. Damas y caballeros, vamos inmediatamente haciendo ruido. Somebody scream!
It looks like we got Chevron, Luis.
Pero vamos
Vámonos
con
en Chevron inmediatamente, damas y
Mustang
caballeros.
Cat.
Ahí viene,
Mustang
caballo,
Cat.
corriendo.
Mustang Cat. Ándale, Mustang Cat. Senor Bob, congratulations. Hooray for us again.
Oh, we suck. We are
Oh,
so
my.
bad.
A year ago, it was a whole different story. You and Louise whooped us.
A year ago, we let him.
So Janie and Andy and I and Luis were just fighting over Kroger, and then Kroger on the second lap gets buried in the southeast corner.
I didn't have Bob winning on my Bob Tallman bingo either, so.
I always have Bob as winning.
Well,
on my
yippee yahoo! Look who's got.
Hooray!
Whatever.
There's our wagon. Chevron, thank you. Kroger, thank you. And Mustang Cat, we love you. Oh boy, what's coming up soon? You don't want to miss it. It's the Mutton Busted.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a word from our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips.
Howdy, I'm Pat Man Phillips, and I'm privileged to serve as chairman of the board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. On behalf of the show's 36,000 volunteers, we want to thank you for your support so we can keep doing what we do best, promote agriculture, our rich Western heritage, and support the youth of Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Houston that I felt the power of a community that works together. We have access to all forms of professional sports, music, and live entertainment. And it's right here in our own backyard.
There's nowhere else we would rather have our organization or a basketball team than Houston. You know, it's home. I love to brag about the Rockets and the other sports teams in town. And one of the first things out of my mouth when I'm talking about the great qualities of Houston is the rodeo.
I'm a music guy, so knowing the wide range of programming that the rodeo offers over the course of March is incredible to me, and in that I think the Houston Symphony and the rodeo have a lot in common.
These organizations bring fans together to celebrate under one roof. They stimulate the economy, provide education, and give back to the community. It doesn't matter if the performance is on a stage, grass, or dirt. They make our city not just a place to live, but a place to be proud of.
I feel like we've never been in a better spot.
as partners, and our partnership as we're looking into the future is really, really bright.
I think we should all be grateful to be in this town, and we're grateful that we have the rodeo to kind of bring us all together every year.
I think our relationship with the rodeo is unique. We both have the same goals for the community, and that's a partnership that we've enjoyed and we want to continue for many years.
Because of you, we can all continue to do what we do best, and for us, that means promoting agriculture, showcasing our rich Western heritage, and supporting education for the youth of Texas. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Let's rodeo!
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Hey folks, it's time to vote for the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank. You get to be the judge and decide who our winner is tonight. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck. They'll go home with an extra $200 in their pocket thanks to Amegy Bank. We have 3 rides for you to vote on. We want you to cheer for all of our athletes, but save your biggest applause for who you think had the roughest ride. Okay, folks, this is important because you're the judge. The level of applause that you give any one of these wrecks will determine who gets the money, the cash from Amegy Bank. And for example, that bull rider that got hurt tonight, Dylan Rice, they took him to the hospital. He broke some bones in his ankle. So this is not just to give somebody some money, it's to pick them up. So don't hold back with your enthusiasm. We got to get to the 100s. Bobby T, let's get started.
All right, I'd like to begin with Lane Vaughn in the bull riding. You see how dangerous it is. You're better on the outside. Whoop, until that happens. Folks, when you hit, ooh, then the bull come around, you almost missed it. Watch when the bull comes around, steps on his ankle. Same game, bigger bull. Can you help him?
Okay, y'all, I'm not going to lie. That's not good. That's not good. I know you got more in you, and I'm going to beg you to give it to this Clay Jorgensen kid, because when this bareback rigging lets go of him, he pops off this horse like the cork out of a champagne bottle. Bam! Once! And then up breaks an egg right inside of him. He's free, he's fallen. It's like Tom Petty came back to life. Bam! Down on his back. Come on, everybody, let it loose now. Thank you. 94.
All right, you've got an idea, but we're not getting it done. You gotta help me with Cash Wilson. I'm gonna go to the bronc riding and show you something for the boy from North Dakota. Oh, no, horse is okay, but the horse rolls the saddle. That's a hard set of swells right over on the inside of his right knee and thigh. Right here, that's 1,500 pounds of smashing. Folks, he did not get up, walk away from this. They carried him out, helped carry him back. Give me 100. Let's go.
Woo, look at y'all go, 97. We got our winner, thanks to you, Cash Wilson. Gets the title for tonight's Hard Luck Award, sponsored by Amegy Bank. He's taking home an extra $200 in cash. Listen, during our last rodeo performance on Championship Saturday, we'll show our top roughest rides, and the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Award recipient. They will walk away with the grand prize of $2,500. That's the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank.
Okay. It's time for the Mutton Bustin', sponsored by HEB. Let's go to Janie and Andy. and their entourage. Here you go.
We do have an entourage, Bob. I never know when you're ready. But we're ready down here whenever you are, buddy.
Yeah, we are so excited these sheep can run, these sheep can leap, but our kids are amazing. Let's start the mutton busting.
Here we go with Brady Champion. 5-year-old Brady who wants to grow up to be a cowboy.
Well, and this champion's gonna start us off right. Wow! That was an amazing ride all the way to the far end. And guys, guess what? He wants to be a cowboy. I'd say he already is one.
Ellie Castillo, 5-year-old Ellie with those beautiful boots.
And a smart cowgirl right there wants to be a doctor. And I do love those sparkly boots. I gotta get a pair of those.
Benjamin Crane, 6-year-old Benjamin.
Wants to be the CEO of Lego when he grows up. Cool career choice.
Keep on building, Benjamin. Hunt Hanzik next to go, 5-year-old Hunt.
Also wants to be a cowboy. Favorite food is the corn dogs and the nachos. I hope he gets loaded up on all of that after his great ride. We're having a stall.
Here's 6-year-old Bowen.
Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, we had to pile up for a second, but you should be so proud. That was an awesome ride.
5-year-old Matthew Hogue from Houston wants to be a plumber.
And he loves the bucking horses. Well-rounded, I'm telling you. Good job.
Next to go, Maggie Moore. 5-year-old Maggie loves watching the calf scramble. Go, Maggie!
This cowgirl just made a great ride. I love that sparkly pink belt. Let's see that big smile. Good job.
A future scientist is Cairo Parker. 5-year-old Cairo loves watching the mutton bust, and now you get to be a part of it.
She also loves funnel cakes. I hope they get a good funnel cake after this.
I'm a sucker for a funnel cake myself. Paige Ramachandran, 5-year-old from Houston, likes bull riding. Go, Paige!
Yeah, go on, Paige! All the way to the far end. That was amazing. How did she stay on that sheep?
We told you it was a great group. Beckham's Story, trying to run her own novel. Come on, Beckham!
She loves this extreme bull riding. Wow, he hung out on the side, made it all the way to the far end. This is going to be a tough one to judge, Andy.
Good job, Beckham, the future policeman. Cole Radley of Houston, Texas. Go, Cole!
Wants to be an Aggie football player. Look at that control. Even when that sheep tucked and rolled, he stayed on. Impressive. I am impressed.
Everett Melkor, 6-year-old Everett in motion.
Way to go, Everett. That was also a tough sheep right there. He loves popcorn. Wants to be a football player.
And
Tough
almost
kid.
took out a cameraman. Knox Chapman, 5-year-old Knox Chapman. Come on, Knox!
Wants to be an Astros baseball player. And one tough kid right there.
We started with a champion, we'll end with a champion. Here's 5-year-old Miller. Loves eating fried Oreos. Go, Miller!
Wow! And an awesome ride to finish things off. Way to go. You are a champion and a cowboy as well.
These Mutton Busters put it all on the line, and this will be a lifetime memory. There's a smile and a wave. They'll take that back number home. It's got their name on it, and a special prize for each and every one of our Mutton Busting competitors. But the great thing is, every time we do this, there's one Mutton Buster that rode a little bit farther, did a little bit better than the rest of the field, and they'll get a special prize and a quick chat with our own Janie.
Bowen, I love that smile. I also love your cowboy getup that you have right here. What did you think about the mutton busting tonight?
Good.
It was good, and you were the best. Did you know that you were the best mutton buster out here tonight?
No.
Well, now you know. Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A football player.
A football player. Well, Bowen, you're going to get this beautiful buckle when Nell from HEB gives it to you. Take it out of there. Show it to the camera. Everybody, let's hear it for Bowen, your champion in the mutton busting.
Awesome job, buddy. Thank you to HEB for sponsoring our Mutton Bustin'.